Hello, everybody! Welcome back! Oh my goodness, we have been on vacation. You,
I don't know. I
you okay
don't know
there,
why you just
Giggles?
sounded. You just sounded really fucking stupid with that intro.
Bapanada.
All right, so what are we talking about today?
We're talking about school days because that wasn't just a clusterfuck. Well, let's go before we do anything else. As tradition, yay or nay?
No,
No!
no, I thought the show was really bad.
Oh my god!
Like, okay, so let me explain something. So I actually read the manga to this series,
Okay.
and one of the first things on the site I read it on, there's like comments and stuff. Well, one of the comments for it was the manga and the anime's endings are totally different.
Oh, okay.
And so what I ended up doing was I read the manga and then I went back and watched like a good chunk of the last part of the show just to kind of like piece together and figure out like what's going on and the differences and stuff. And yeah, it is really different. Like, okay, so the whole premise is main character gigantic piece of shit Makoto
Oh man. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he
is
is.
has like a crush on this one quiet girl named Kononoha or Kononoha,
Yeah.
whatever. Katsura. We'll go with her last name. Um and like there's a rumor in school where if you have the person you like as like you take a picture of them and put it as the desktop of your phone and nobody finds out about it for like 3 weeks, you guys you'll have like a happy relationship with the person. Um, but Seki or Sekai, she sits next to Makoto in class and sees his phone and helps him like start going out with Katsura, and then basically like Seki has a thing for Makoto and like he starts two timing Katsura, breaks it off with her, and then he just starts like basically sleeping and just cheating on every girl in the school.
Yeah. So
And he feels no remorse for it whatsoever.
not at all.
He's basically a gigantic piece of shit.
Okay,
And
so
like if anything like bad happens or like a girl finds out, he blames other people for it and not himself for being a gigantic piece of shit.
yeah, no, he's quite literally the fucking worst.
He is human garbage. And it's the fact that like the two main girls still like have a thing for him even though he's done these horrible things to them.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. That's part of the reason why I really like the show. Like, I'd totally recommend it.
And so like just a bunch of shit happens and like he ends up sleeping and quote unquote going out with a bunch of other girls in the school and shit and
Okay,
like
so I got a quick question. What was the actual difference between the manga and the show?
okay, so the manga was only like 12 chapters long, which is very surprising. And um so pretty much in the manga it only centers around Katsura and Seki or whatever, however you pronounce her name.
Oh, okay.
It's only those two. There are like like side characters, but they are just in the background. Like their friends are just kind of in the background.
I
So
gotcha.
it's just those two, and he actually like he still like cheats on Katsura and stuff like that, but he actually has like that internal struggle and he feels bad about it because he knows what he's doing is wrong to both the girls.
Yeah.
Like he
Okay.
actually feels remorse in the manga.
Yeah, no, like I kind of like the way they animated it, where there was like you don't feel remorse for him. So like the
Yeah, but so the whole thing with that is like in the ending of the anime, what happens is Seki ends up like say like goes up to Makoto and says like, "Hey, I'm pregnant." And he freaks out and she wants to basically like make him only stay faithful to her because she's carrying his child and everything like that. And like
he's a piece of shit, just wants to ditch.
yeah, he doesn't want to do anything with that, and like he's trying to basically like call up all these other girls that he's like just had like one night stands and shit with, and like just trying to like basically sleep with them just to forget all this. And the only person who is like he ends up accidentally running into Katsura, who is basically like batshit insane at this point because like she's so hung up on Makoto.
I don't know if it was better in in the manga, but like the descent
Oh,
into madness was fucking quick.
I'll get to that.
Okay.
So basically, like Makoto ends up like starts going with Katsura again, and what ends up happening is um like Seki gets really pissed and jealous more or less and ends up murdering Makoto.
Yep.
Like she flats out takes a knife and just repeatedly just stabs him to death. Well, she ends up like kind of just immediately regretting it because it's like, oh shit, I killed somebody. And so she like bolts from his apartment or whatever. And then Katsura comes in, finds his dead corpse, and then confronts Seki on the roof of the school, which Katsura reveals, oh no, Makoto's here. She Katsura cut off his head
Yep.
and is carrying it in like a bag, so she always has him with her. And Katsura ends up murdering Sekai. I'm never gonna get that right.
No, but it's fine.
And like ends up murdering her. And like earlier, Katsura and Makoto were saying, "Oh, Katsura knows a doctor, has like a friend of the family who's a doctor. Go have him check you out about your whole pregnancy and stuff like that." Well, Seki doesn't go, and basically when Katsura kills her, she cuts open Seki and looks in and is just like, "Yeah, there's no baby in there." So
Yep.
yep, you were lying. And I'm just like, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, this show, like, it's really funny because it sets itself up at the beginning as just like, like cutesy weird te-
Like
teeny
romance.
teeny romance, and then like over the course of like 2-3 episodes, shit goes so far downhill.
Yeah, it escalates really quickly. So, and then it just ends with Katsura getting a boat and just like holding and cuddling Makoto's severed head.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we'll be together forever or whatever. And it's like, cool, she's fucking gone. And that's the end.
That is the end. That is the complete resolution. Is almost everybody's dead, and the one person who isn't dead is completely batshit insane.
So what happens in the manga? This is it's huge distinction. Basically, like Makoto still is fooling around with Seki while still dating Katsura, but like he still cares about both of them, and he eventually comes to the conclusion like it, it's kind of implied that Makoto ends up sleeping with Seki, but like they never actually like flat out say it.
Okay.
And like the whole thing is um he ends up coming to the conclusion like I genuinely like more care more about Katsura and I want to be with her more. And he actually like legitimately breaks up with Seki on the roof.
Hmm.
Like he actually is just like I'm sorry, but like I care about her. Like I still love you, but I love her as well, and I can't do this to her. And basically, like Saki cries. She's like, "Well, I guess I got dumped."
Okay.
Like legitimately, like broken up. But they had like the cultural festival, and Katsura's sister ends up seeing Makoto and Seki like together, like walking around, being like all like romantic and stuff, knowing that Makoto's supposed to be with Katsura. And so like her little sister tells Katsura about it and stuff, and like she starts kind of going a little mad and stuff like that, and starts kind of like getting super depressed and like just falling down that slope. And after Makoto breaks up with Seki at the like towards the end, Katsura comes up to the roof with them and tries attacking Seki with a knife, in which Makoto jumps in the way and blocks it. He wakes up in the hospital, and like Seki's there, like just kind of like cutting up fruit or something for him and stuff and everything. And Makoto ends up getting a phone call, and it's Katsura's little sister, like panicking and freaking out, saying, "Big sis is not moving. She's lying here on the ground, and there's blood everywhere."
Ooh.
And like Makoto just like basically just looks up at Seki, and like she's just got like this super crazy look in her eyes saying like now we can be together.
Okay. Well,
And then and then all it does is just repeat the whole thing about like your crush on your phone, and then that's the end.
jeez.
Yeah, so like the endings are kind of reversed,
Yeah, no kidding.
and it's just like I kind of like the way the manga ended a little bit more.
See, I think it might have actually been a good move to switch the endings up like that, because then people who were fans of the manga would have a different experience at the end of the show.
Exactly, and like that's what happened is like I ended up watching like a bunch of episodes of the anime just to kind of like piece together like what is going on?
It's
Like this is so different.
like, why is this different? I don't understand.
Like it's not the first time mangas have deviated from the anime, or like animes have deviated from the manga. Just look at Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, but like usually they deviate for some like this one seemed to be a pure story reason why it deviated and not a filler or
Yeah. Or like
restricting like a
or
time
the anime
restriction.
or the anime past the manga.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like, yeah, it just seemed like they had like just a different alternate like ending they wanted to tell, which is fine. Like, it was definitely interesting both endings, but like I still thought the series was kind of meh and boring, and just you're basically following, especially in the anime, like, oh, you're following this guy being a piece of shit, just hurting women.
So like so you find that the twist was not the did not save it from.
No, because it was just one like small spurt of an instant.
Yeah.
Doesn't In 24 episodes, like half of one episode doesn't save the series. Like it's not the build up, like the what you have to trudge through was not worth was not worth it.
Yeah. I wasn't like bogged down. Like that was just the thing. Like for me, the episodes didn't bog me down, and the ending was really good. So like, I can see how if you didn't like the normal episodes, the ending could still be good, but like it wouldn't be worth the wait.
Yeah, to me it just felt like it just kind of dragged.
Okay, yeah. To me, it didn't drag that much, so I guess that's where we deviate there.
Yeah, which is it's kind of nice having differentiating opinions.
I mean, to be fair, we've had some really polar shows.
Oh yeah, but we haven't had too many polar ones in a while.
Yeah, we've been really on separate sides of the coin.
Yeah.
But
So,
so, all right.
yeah, I mean, do you have anything else you want to add? Because I've been talking like this entire time.
I mean, not really, because you covered most of the main points, like as in like the entire show, twice. Because, again, like I didn't read the anime, so I don't, or I didn't
Yeah.
read the book manga, so yeah, so I only got half of that. But I don't know. It was definitely one of those that I wanted to give just to see what your reaction was to, like, yes, there's a slog, but like to see if a moment can save a show,
Hmm.
right?
Maybe like
It
I don't know. Like it it can, but it just didn't in this case.
okay.
Like I believe it could, but it just not in this situation, at least for me.
I had a feeling that it'd be, even if it wasn't, even if you didn't recommend it, you didn't, um, you know, you're just done with the show, like it would still be like on the edge, more like it's more acceptable than some of the normal trash I give you.
Oh yeah, this was better than some of the other stuff, but like not by a lot.
Okay, fair enough.
It wasn't. It was no Detroit Metal City.
No Detroit Metal City. That's
I,
fair.
I couldn't even finish that. God.
It was that was a pile of crap. I'm not gonna lie.
uh,
One, I'm sorry. Every time I think about that show, I just think about them burning down that entire like venue, and the drummer's still there drumming through the entire building burning down.
no.
See, that is literally the only thing that I brought out of that, which is just fucking hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, I guess we're split on it. If it sounds good, watch it. If it doesn't, to be fair, we spoiled everything, so
Yeah,
it
like,
feels bad.
but they should know by this point that we spoil stuff
We
because we talk about the whole series.
we spoil a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to end this one here. Next time.
Next time, I'm going to give you In Another World with a Smartphone.
Want to go with the Japanese title?
No, primarily because I don't have it up right now, so I wouldn't even be able to try saying it.
Actually, I don't think it's that hard to pronounce.
I would have to find it, and I don't feel like looking for it.
Okay, I got it. Saki wa smartphone to Tomoni.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll do that.
Bye.
So lackluster.